Sister Wives fans eagerly await Christine and David's wedding, and the anticipation is building as the couple approaches their special day. Recently, they have been enjoying their blossoming romance, venturing on exciting adventures and traveling together. Christine disclosed that she was in London, accompanied by almost all her daughters and David. This has led viewers to speculate whether TLC funded the trip and if it will be included in the wedding special episode of the upcoming season of Sister Wives. As of now, it remains unconfirmed whether the London trip will be featured in the show. Christine and David have become beloved favorites among Sister Wives fans who can't help but gush over them and hope for their happily ever after. Recently, the couple revealed that they were in London with some of Christine's children, including Espen, Mitch, Kody, Truly, and Isabel. Pictures from their vacation have been circulating, igniting speculations about wedding bells in the air. Initially, some fans predicted a castle destination wedding for Christine and David, but it appears that this might not be the case. Currently, there is no sign of Janelle and her kids in London, and David's children and grandkids are also not present. Fans believe that Christine and David would likely not proceed with their wedding without their loved ones present. Therefore, there's a possibility that this London trip might be featured as a wedding special episode where the couple spends quality time with their children before tying the knot. Fans can look forward to possibly seeing more of this trip in the upcoming seasons of Sister Wives. It's not uncommon for TLC to fund overseas trips for their reality TV stars, as many reports have suggested in the past. Sister Wives fans are now curious if the network is covering the expenses for Christine and David's London trip. This would likely be possible only if the Browns had granted permission for the crew to film the trip for the show. However, there is a possibility that the Browns decided to keep this particular trip private, similar to how Gwen opted to exchange vows without involving the cameras. In such cases, the network may not have funded the trip, and the Browns would have to bear the expenses themselves. Until official confirmation is provided, it remains uncertain whether TLC is involved in covering the costs of Christine and David's London trip. If the camera crew accompany Christine and David on their trip, it's possible that TLC covered their expenses. However, fans speculate that David might have personally taken his fiancée and her kids on this luxurious journey. There have been instances where viewers noticed David generously spending money on Christine and her daughters, taking them on outings and cherishing their time together. It's plausible that he wanted to fulfill Christine's dream of having an international trip with her children and her future husband. Share your thoughts on this in the comments below. Kody Brown is currently having a vacation in Europe with her family. However, some people are criticizing her for leaving her young children at home with her husband, Tony Padron. On the trip to London, England, Kody is accompanied by her mom, Christine Brown, Christine's fiancé, David Woolley, her sisters Isabel, Truly, and Espen, as well as her husband, Mitch. During her vacation in London, Kody has been actively sharing updates on her Instagram account. She has been posting about the sightseeing, dining experiences, and quality time spent with her family. In one of her first Instagram posts from London, Kody asked her fans and followers for advice. As she is currently breastfeeding her twin sons, Archer and Ace, but is overseas, she wanted suggestions on how to handle her breast milk while she's away. Kody took a selfie in front of a fridge filled with bags of frozen breast milk. She smiled happily for the camera and shared the photo on Instagram. In the caption, she wrote, "I'm on holiday without my babies. I'm pumping to keep up my supply. I can't donate it in the country I'm staying. So, what are my alternative options?" Although many of Kody's followers provided suggestions in the comments, some expressed concern about her decision not to bring her children, 2-year-old Avalon and 8-month-old twin brothers Archer and Ace, with her on the trip. A critic left a disapproving comment for Kody, expressing their concern by saying, "You left Tony with all 3 babies," and added a face-palming emoji to emphasize their objection to her vacationing without the kids. "Did you leave your babies?" asked another Instagram user. A critic started their disparaging remarks by reminding Kody that she's from Utah and claimed that due to her upbringing in that location, she shouldn't be using the term "on holiday." The critic added, "An unpopular opinion, you shouldn't be taking a vacation while breastfeeding. You have a fraction of your life to breastfeed your children and the entire rest of your life to vacation. Have some perspective," they added. Despite the negative comments, Kody chose not to respond to them. However, she also received a significant amount of support and encouragement from other followers. Supporters of Kody came to her defense on Instagram. One follower mentioned that the TLC star deserves her trip to London and emphasized that having time for oneself can make someone a better parent. Another advocate responded to the critics, asserting that Mykelti has the right to take time for herself. They highlighted that dads are perfectly capable of caring for their children, and ultimately, the negative opinions of others don't contribute to Mykelti's well-being or financial situation. Another supporter expressed disbelief at the number of mom-shamers who attacked Mykelti's decision, describing their actions as ridiculous and stating that it makes them appear ignorant. Meanwhile, it seems that Tony is managing his solo daddy duties back in Utah without any issues. Over the weekend, Tony shared a carousel of photos on Instagram, giving a shout-out to his wife of 6.5 years, Mykelti. The carousel included 2 selfies from Mykelti, which she sent during her trip. Additionally, the other slides showcased photos of sticky notes that Mykelti left around the house to surprise Tony while she was away. "Man, Goddess says I really have the best wife. She sends me little videos or a photo every day while she's in Europe," Tony wrote in the caption. He continued, "The same day she left, I left for Street George. When I returned, I found that Mykelti left me cute little notes around our room. She is a unicorn wife. Yes, maybe one day I'll let science clone her, if you know you know."